I've been wanting to do a video about these stripped out bolts on engine cases. And this engine's a great example. Yamaha used a lot of number 3 Phillips heads when they put the side covers on the engine, and they all strip out. I'm not even sure whoever stripped all these out actually got into that engine. I bet the clutch is all worn out and they couldn't even get the case off to fix it. Most engine case bolts on dirt bikes are 6mm diameter, and I've found that the 7/32 drill bit works great. Your drill bit needs to be a little bit bigger than the threads, so that as you come down the top like this, the head of the bolt will pop off. It can't be too much wider than the shaft of the bolt, or you'll start taking material off the case. And if the drill bit's too narrow, the head of the bolt won't pop off. These Phillips head bolts are perfect because they'll kind of self-center the drill bit as you start. If you're working on one with a stripped out hex head, you need to get a center punch or a tiny drill bit and start your hole right in the middle. If it's off at all, then you won't have a complete cut taking the head of the bolt off. You'll know when you've gone far enough when the head of the bolt pops off. This one almost got away from me. If the drill bit doesn't get a good start right in the center, you may need to guide it as you're drilling through the head, whatever way. This one here, since somebody's already fiddled with it, it may be hard to get the drill bit started right in the center. Don't over-tighten the chuck on your drill. As you saw, the drill bit caught on a sharp edge and it just spins in the chuck. If you tighten the chuck too much, it'll just break off the tip of your drill bit. This one, somebody already ground a slot in there for a flat screwdriver. I'm gonna clean that slot up with a die grinder. The die grinder method isn't a terrible idea if you have the space. Oh, there it goes. Usually you're limited by space if you're trying to cut a flat screwdriver slot. Over here you'd have no chance of doing that. With these studs left over, there's a lot of pressure from the head of the bolt holding the case down. And once that pressure is relieved by taking off the head of the bolt, the shaft sometimes will just come out by hand. If they're a little stiffer than that, just grab a pair of pliers and try to clean all the metal shavings before you take the clutch cover off. If it's a hex head you're working on, get a punch and make sure that hole starts right in the center. So the most important thing is getting a good sharp drill bit. Second on the list is to get that hole started right in the center. Pretty easy with the Phillips head ones. It takes a little more time with the hex head bolts. And third, don't forget you can drive the drill bit. Once you get started, drive that drill bit right to where it needs to be, lined up with the bolt. Got this jar of drill bits out of a house that we were remodeling. And for some reason, I don't know what they were working on. There's a bunch of 7/32 drill bits, and they're all pretty good steel. I've been using this for a couple of years now.